What if life isn't just about the grand moments we celebrate, but also about the quiet whispers we often miss? The subtle shifts, the gentle nudges our bodies offer, the small signs that something within us might be asking for a little more attention. We spend so much time looking outward, but sometimes the deepest wisdom lies in listening to the soft, steady rhythm of our own existence. It's a journey of quiet observation, of understanding the delicate balance within, and recognizing that even in our busiest days, our truest compass points inward. The quiet language of our bodies. What if our bodies are constantly telling us stories, only we haven't learned to truly hear them yet? It's not always about dramatic pains or sudden collapses. Sometimes, it's a persistent fatigue that settles in, a subtle change in how you catch your breath after a flight of stairs, or a warmth that seems to linger a little too long in your chest. These aren't always alarms ringing loudly. Sometimes they're just quiet murmurs, like a gentle stream flowing slower than usual. We often dismiss them, don't we? We tell ourselves it's just age or a busy day, or that cup of coffee we shouldn't have had. But every single one of those little sensations is a piece of a conversation your body is trying to have with you. Think of how often we power through, ignoring that dull ache in our shoulder, or the way our stomach feels a bit off, simply because we're too busy to stop and truly feel. It's in those moments of gentle discomfort that our true awareness can awaken, if only we allow it. These quiet nudges are everywhere. If only we knew how to truly hear them, the silent alarm of the heart. Imagine a gentle tap on your shoulder, but it's your own heart asking for help, not with a sudden, crushing blow, but with a quiet, insistent pressure. Many of us picture a heart event as something dramatic, something straight out of a movie scene. But the reality, especially as we get older, can be much softer, much more subtle, and therefore far more insidious. It might begin as a strange, deep discomfort in your chest, not necessarily sharp pain, but a feeling like a heavy blanket is being placed gently, yet firmly upon you. Or perhaps it's a shortness of breath that creeps in, even when you're simply sitting and reading your favorite book, making you feel like you just ran a long race. For some, it whispers through a persistent ache in the arm, or a stiffness in the jaw, or an unusual wave of nausea that feels different from anything you've experienced before. It's like the story of Clara, who at 76 felt a peculiar, persistent indigestion that wouldn't go away, combined with a general sense of unease and a cold sweat that appeared out of nowhere. She almost dismissed it, thinking it was just a bad meal, but something, a gut feeling, told her this was different. She listened to that soft alarm, and that quiet attention to her body made all the difference. And when that tap comes, knowing what to do next is a gift you give yourself. Reaching out in solitude. Even when you feel completely alone, a bridge exists, connecting you to help, to safety, to the care that will wrap around you. The moment those quiet whispers of your heart grow louder, and you suspect something serious is unfolding, the very next, most profound act you can take is to reach for your phone and call for emergency services. Don't hesitate. Don't second-guess yourself. Don't think you're bothering anyone. This isn't a moment for politeness or pride. It's a moment for courage and self-preservation. That call is not just about getting an ambulance to your door. It's about connecting with a calm, reassuring voice that can guide you, that can stay with you, that can prepare the way for the medical team already en route. Think of Thomas, 82, who felt a strange pressure accompanied by dizziness. His first thought was to call his son, who lived an hour away. But then he remembered something he'd once heard. Call emergency services first. Your family can be told later. He dialed the number, and the calm voice on the other end talked him through the first terrifying minutes, keeping him steady until help arrived. That connection opened a pathway. But what if there's something more we can do while help is on its way? A simple gesture of care, self-care. Sometimes, the smallest acts hold the greatest power, like a gentle hand extended to yourself in a moment of profound need. After you've made that crucial call, there's another simple gesture that can offer a quiet, helping hand to your struggling heart. Chewing an aspirin, if you have one readily available, and no contraindications. It's not about swallowing it quickly, but about gently chewing it, allowing it to dissolve and enter your system as quickly as possible. This humble little pill, if it's the right kind and you're able to take it, can begin to work its quiet magic, gently helping to thin the blood and ease the path within your arteries. It's a small, almost ordinary act, but in those critical moments, it can buy your heart precious time, allowing it a moment of respite until professional help arrives. Ensure you have a standard, uncoated aspirin, not the enteric-coated kind, easily accessible in your home. Keep it in a place you can reach, perhaps by your bedside or in a kitchen drawer, so it's always within reach when every second counts. Once that internal comfort is addressed, our next gentle act is to create outer calm, finding your still point. In moments of chaos, finding stillness can be your greatest ally, a quiet harbor in a turbulent sea. Once you've made that call and considered the aspirin, your next gentle task is to find the safest, most comfortable position and simply stop. This is not the time to tidy up, to pace anxiously, or to try and gather things. Every movement, every unnecessary effort, places additional strain on a heart that is already struggling. Imagine settling into your favorite armchair, leaning back, allowing your feet to rest flat on the floor. Or, if dizziness or faintness sets in, gently ease yourself onto the floor, perhaps on your side with a pillow supporting your head. The goal is to minimize your body's workload, to allow your heart to conserve its precious energy. It's like the tale of Arthur, 79, who felt a crushing weight in his chest. His first instinct was to walk around, to shake it off. But a quiet voice in his mind, something he'd heard years ago, reminded him, "Sit down." He sank onto his couch, breathed slowly, and focused on remaining absolutely still. That stillness, he later realized, was a silent act of profound self-preservation. As you settle into that stillness, a practical thought might surface, preparing your space for those who are coming to help, opening the path for help. Imagine lighting a path for those who are rushing to your side, easing their journey even before they arrive. If you still have the strength, and it feels safe to do so, one small yet incredibly significant act you can perform is to unlock your front door. It might seem like a trivial detail, but in an emergency, every second is a lifeline. A locked door, even for a moment, can create a delay, requiring paramedics to use force or search for a way in. Precious seconds that your heart might desperately need. This simple act is a quiet message to the responders. I've done my part. Now I'm ready for your help. Think about the ease it provides. The seamless entry that allows them to reach you without a moment's hesitation. Consider Sarah, 75, who, feeling the onset of symptoms, managed to unlock her door before settling onto her couch. When the paramedics arrived, they walked straight in, No fumbling, no delay. It saved us precious time, one of them told her later. Time your heart couldn't afford to lose. And as you wait, your closest companion, your phone, holds another quiet power. Your lifeline in your hand. Your phone isn't just for calls or looking at pictures of grandchildren. It's a silent guardian, a profound tool in your hand when you are most vulnerable. After you've dialed for help, switch your phone to speakerphone. This simple action frees your hands, allowing you to focus on your breathing, on staying as still and calm as possible, without the physical strain of holding the phone to your ear. It also ensures that the dispatcher can hear you clearly, even if your voice falters. Beyond that, most smartphones hold another, often overlooked, secret weapon: your medical ID. On iPhones, it's easily accessible from the lock screen. Android phones have similar features. This digital sanctuary holds vital information: your age, allergies, medications, and emergency contacts. If you were to become unconscious before help arrived, this information could guide paramedics, providing crucial details that save precious time and prevent potential complications. Think of John, 80, who collapsed just as paramedics entered his home. Because his phone's medical ID was filled out, they instantly knew about his heart condition and the specific medications he was on. That knowledge allowed them to make immediate, informed decisions that might otherwise have been delayed. Beyond the practical, there's a profound strength that lies within you, often overlooked. The breath is your anchor. Even when everything feels like it's unraveling, when panic threatens to engulf you, your breath remains. It is your anchor, a steady rhythm you can return to, a silent practice that can gently guide your body away from the brink of shock. In the midst of a heart event, fear can surge, causing your heart to race even faster, compounding the strain. But by consciously slowing your breath, you can begin to calm your nervous system, almost like a gentle whisper to your racing heart, asking it to soften its pace. You don't need complicated techniques. Simply try this. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it for a brief moment. Then exhale gently through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this rhythm, focusing only on the gentle rise and fall of your chest. This isn't about curing the heart attack. It's about giving your heart a fighting chance, preventing it from spiraling into dangerous rhythms caused by stress. It's like the wisdom shared by Evelyn, 85, who, facing a sudden tightening in her chest, remembered a breathing exercise she used for anxiety. "I just kept counting," she said. "In for 4, out for 6. It was the only thing that made me feel like I still had some control." Your breath won't fix your arteries, but it can buy you time. It can keep oxygen flowing and help your heart hold on. These thoughtful steps are more than just actions. They're echoes of a deeper wisdom. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, surviving a moment like a heart attack, especially when you are alone, isn't just about luck. It's a quiet testament to preparation, to awareness, and to the profound power of calm, deliberate action. These 7 steps, recognizing the subtle whispers of your body, reaching out for help without hesitation, a simple act of self-care with an aspirin, finding your still point, preparing your space for those who come to your aid, leveraging the silent guardian in your hand, and anchoring yourself with your breath. They may seem simple on their own, but woven together, they form a tapestry of self-preservation, a powerful chain that can guide you through the storm. Each one of these measures buys you a little more time. Each one gives you a little more control, and each one whispers something profoundly important: that even when you feel utterly alone, you are not powerless. Heart attacks can feel like the most frightening kind of solitude, but these steps remind you that you're not truly helpless, not even for a second. You have tools, you have knowledge, and now you have a plan. So ask yourself, what resonated most deeply with you today? Was there a step you hadn't considered before, or one that you now see in a different light? Take a moment to reflect on how you can weave this wisdom into your own life, perhaps even sharing it with someone you cherish. It might not just save your life, it could quietly, gently save theirs too. Thank you for joining us today, for opening your heart to these insights. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are a quiet source of inspiration for us all, and reading your comments brings us such deep encouragement. If you found solace or wisdom in this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Your gentle support allows us to continue weaving these stories and insights for you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to sharing more quiet moments of wisdom with you in our next video.